All
Well,
right, everybody. Okay, so on the fifth anniversary of Andy joining Two Legs, we get a some breaking news, Andy, and unfortunately, our friend Joan can't be joining us right now to break this news with us, but she gave us the scoop, Andy, and what a scoop it is. So first of all, Andy, my friend, 5 years doing this show with you. It's I can't believe it. 5 years, 5 stinking years.
where'd that time go? Fests, shows, live things.
Yes,
I mean, it's gone by in the blink of an eye, as the man sings.
yes, that's right. That's
It's
right.
and every month, every show, every year, every experience that you and I have together as we grow this show and this brand has been nothing short of amazing and life changing. And I texted you that earlier today. You
Yes,
found me. You
yeah,
found me and you gave me
right.
an outlet to share my passion. And I am forever indebted to you for that because
Well, listen, this I think you're geared for this. This is this kind of thing. Whether it was this show or something else, I think you know. How do I put this? It's like you were. I mean, this was for you, right? This kind of thing. I think you were born for, right? I mean, you just your passion and your experience and your knowledge. I mean, this is what you should be doing anyways, in my opinion. you know.
you're right. And I found my I found a point in my life where I wanted to do it and I had the time to do it
Right.
and said, I'm going to try to just do a McCartney show and did
Right.
something. And then you said, oh, where's this little guy out there who did this little show? And you of all people, I was a nobody, still am, did a little
I
show.
mean, I'm not anybody either. I mean, listen,
Yeah, but you,
just be.
I was
Well, I
living
mean,
in a little
even
basement apartment watching you guys and Talk More Talk, which at that point had been about a year old, like
mm,
connecting. I'm like, I can connect with everybody on this show. Ken Michaels, Tom Hunyadi, Kid O'Toole,
yeah,
Ken Michaels. I'm like, and Ken Womack. I'm like, I can get with I'm like, I'm into what they're doing. And your show inspired me to do something about, I said, I
mm,
have an outlet and a passion for this stuff. I've got to do something with it. And you
right,
saw that show and you scooped me up. And 5 years later, here we are. And I
right.
am forever indebted to you for discovering me. And I've heard me tell you that. And it's the absolute truth. You found me,
Well,
man. I didn't find you.
yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, but you were there. I mean, I knew of you, and as you said, you did the show, and you did your backwards traveler show, and then plus you did a great what is the paper called? What is it?
In England,
Dissertation?
they
Is that
call them
what
a
you call it?
dissertation on Wings,
Dissertation.
which you
Yes.
actually I think you had
Yeah.
read before we even met, right? You had read that or seen that I wrote
Yeah.
that dissertation, right?
Right. Yeah, and actually, it's somebody had heard you talk about it and messaged me. He's like, "Hey, do you know this guy that did this dissertation?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I've heard of him. I think we were Facebook friends at that point by that time,
Right.
so it's like as we're just now hearing from Joan, and
Yeah.
because we've got more in the store with Joan, because as we know, she's seeing the first show
Oh,
of
and
of that tour.
do
Yeah.
we have a bombshell
And
to
we have
drop, which we'll get to in a minute?
yes, we've got breaking news to talk about. As she's been, she says here she's like outside the stadium after 30 hours of traveling. Can you imagine that? 30 hours of traveling,
No, I can't.
man.
An 8 hour flight is enough to freaking poke your eyes out.
Right?
30
Yes,
hours?
but yeah, but getting back to you joining, it's just like yeah, I mean my cousin and I we started the show, and I know I was a pain in his ass. I mean I was a little bit more ambitious than he was, and I wanted to do video and and stuff like that. I get it, and then talking with you about it, you were like yeah sure let's do video. I mean, you knew how to do all that stuff anyways because that's your specialty. So And I just think it's, I think we got chemistry right off the bat, and
When it's
and we haven't
grown,
looked
it's
back.
grown, and we
Yeah,
had a spark
yeah,
from the day one that has
yeah.
just actually,
Right,
the give and take and the yin and
right.
yang has really worked
Yeah,
out
yeah,
in the 5 years. I mean, and it's great that
right,
we don't agree. People think, oh, there's just two uber
right,
McCartney fans that agree on everything. We
right,
don't,
right.
which
We
is
don't.
great.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And it makes the show better when you have two people that don't necessarily agree on everything. Yeah, we're diehard fans. Yeah, we're gonna probably buy almost everything that comes out, but that doesn't mean that we think that his career is perfect in
Right.
any way. We criticize when we feel it's necessary to criticize. But again, it's just having someone like you. I mean, it has definitely elevated the show, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. And I just I'm thankful for you joining. So
I'm
yeah,
thankful. I'm thankful and
yeah,
blessed to be here, to be in a position where I have the time to dedicate to a weekly show on Paul
yeah,
McCartney, to
yeah,
do something that somebody who we have studied and loved and appreciated all of
right,
basically all of our adult lives, and now we have an outlet and a
right,
vehicle to share our shared passion of his music and collecting with everybody who else who feels the same way as us. And there's lots of people, a lot of our viewers and listeners, and they are just as passionate as we are. I mean, so
they are.
if we give an outlet to them and they can connect with us, where they're like,
Right,
"Yep, I totally agree with you." Like it's a community that has been built around the love of one guy, and particularly his solo work. It's not just a Beatle thing;
right,
it's the solo
right,
work, and then that's the genesis of what you and David wanted to do. You wanted to just focus on the solo stuff, and I'm like,
right.
these guys are speaking my language, and here we go. 5 years later, I joined at episode 67, recorded on this night. We're recording on the 30th of September, 2024. On this night, five
Right,
years ago, 200
right.
and then all the live episodes and bonus stuff. I mean, it's well over 200 now by
Well, it's
whatever
well
we've done.
over. I mean, look, and the thing is like you could have easily said, no, I don't want to do video. I don't want to do a weekly show. I don't, but luckily, we've been able to work together. We've compromised where we've needed to compromise, and we made it work. I mean, our schedules, are different. I was in different. We were in different time zones,
That
and we've made
yeah.
it work.
Yeah,
So
for 4 of those years, or close to
right,
for 4 of those years, you were in
yeah,
Arizona, and
yeah,
a 3 hour time
yeah,
difference, and scheduling,
yeah.
and this is just a hobby, folks. This isn't our career. We have lives outside of this
Right,
show. So to schedule this and
right,
reach and do our research and do our homework and get guests on who live across the pond and make time to
right,
really do a good show with not just a half-ass thing. We want to do our research. We want to research the topic. It requires time, and that's what we did. And
right,
that's what we did, and that's what we've done. That's what we're going to keep doing.
right. And along the way, we've met some fantastic people that I'm very honored to know and have met and have spent time with. Whether it's the authors or fans or musicians, meeting Joan, who we're going to talk about this breaking news here in a second. But this is really it's really I've never expected this when we started this. I did not expect one to still be going after 8 years, you know, because 8 years did pass in October, in August. Sorry, it was
August of
8 years. Yeah, we started in
2016.
August. Yeah, August of 2016. So yeah, I mean, so we're going into our ninth year now, my friend. So
Yeah,
of two legs. So
that's a
and
long time, and I've only just been a part
it
for
is.
part of it.
Yeah. And we still keep finding things to talk about. We still try find find ways to be relevant with McCartney, and we're gonna break some news right now. So
We
and
are.
we are, and we'll get back to us talking about us after this. But so Joan, where is Joan right now? Where is that first show?
So Joan Borelli, our fan on the run, who we gone to fest with. You've seen her on this show. You've seen her comment. She's our people. She speaks our language. She's there, and she's going to multiple shows on this tour. She's going to the first one right now. She's in Montevideo, and Uruguay, and the first show is the 1st of October, which is today or tomorrow, depending on when you watch this, and it drops. And tonight, Joan went to the sound check. And Joan was
after
listening.
30 hours of traveling, yes.
Yeah, after 30 hours of traveling, Joan was at the sound check. And Joan was giving us a kind of field report, like a correspondent on scene of the songs that she heard during the sound check today. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of give you a rundown of the songs that she heard down the sound check today, okay? This is the messages we got from Joan today. Got to get you into my life. Mr. Kite.
Oh, before that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, before that, she the band's rehearsing. She heard Hard Day's Night, 20 Flight Rock, Letting Go, Got to Get You Into My Life, Mr. Kite, Women and Wives from McCartney 3, Let 'Em In, Sea Moon, Let It Be, 1985, Every Night.
Every night. Now, is that like a soundcheck staple, or
no?
Is that like no? Okay, all right.
It's been in sound checks, but it's not like a Sea Moon sound check.
Right, because he did. I think that was a '93. I think he performed that in '93 for the Paula's Live tour.
Correct. San Francisco Bay Blues, which was on the Unplugged album from '91. New, which is still he's playing a song from an album that's 11 years old. God bless him. Okay.
And the
breaking news. Paul McCartney sound checked, played Now and Then tonight in Montevideo, Uruguay. Drop the mic. Now and Then. He played Now and Then. Come on. Like, we don't know. We don't have video yet. We don't know if it was just the band. Tom and I kind of think that it was kind of like an I've Got a Feeling thing where his band is playing
this out. Yes, he's going to switch this out with I've Got a Feeling. This is going to be the new him and John song now that he's going to do on a tour. Guarantee it.
Yeah, now this is not just going to be a sound check only thing. You know that Now and Then is going to be in the set list. And I'm going to get a chance to see it 2 times.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I don't mean to be jealous. I don't mean to rub salt in.
I know. No, that's all right.
Now and Then. I have been dreaming about Paul, the possibility of Paul playing Now and Then on tour, because I thought that's why I bought the tickets for Ringo, thinking that, hey, it's Ringo's last gig on the tour. Paul could come and Paul and Ringo could do it Now and Then. I was thinking that Now and Then at some point could feature into a set list. And here tonight, he has sound checked it, and Joan, she wrote to us. She goes, Now and Then. She goes, wait a minute, let me go back. She goes, oh my God. She goes, OMG, OMG. Now and Then, exclamation point. And I wrote back, stop. She goes, not kidding. And I wrote, I knew it in caps, probably playing to the video. And she wrote back, oh my God, tears. So,
yes.
And she just heard it, folks. She just heard it. Can you imagine when he plays this live? They will be carrying people out. If it's on video screen, forget it. Ah!
Amazing. Wow.
Oh, man.
And you know what? If he does release a new album next year, I'm expecting U.S. dates. And we're gonna go goo goo gaga over this next year if he's playing stateside. Absolutely.
And if he's playing stateside and he does Now and Then, forget about it.
Yeah, forget it.
Forget it. Oh my God. That is just a sound check. The tour opens up tomorrow night, October 1st. We are going to record something with Joan to kind of give us a recap of the first show, which will drop at some point too. We're gonna try to link up with her sometime on Wednesday afternoon to recap, give her the night to sleep and rest and chill and 30 record
hours
some
traveling. I could never imagine 30 hours of traveling.
No way. So yeah, Paul sound checked Now and Then. I mean, come on. And you don't just put that
Right.
into sound check and then not do
No,
it.
and then not do it for the rest of the damn
Not
tour. No,
happening.
no, no. So that's it. It's our breaking news now and then,
Yep.
and wow.
Now and then. I mean, we'll have to see. Now tomorrow night when it's played live, if it's in the set, the phones will be out, and you'll see some videos on YouTube
Right.
of now and then. And I mean, I just I cannot imagine if they have that video screen, if they have that video playing in the background, and Paul and his band and Rusty and Abe and Wix and Brian are playing to that too, and then they
Right.
come up and you see John and George and you see Paul and Ringo singing it. I mean, come on.
Now here's the question: Does Paul do the piano or does Wix do the piano bit?
What do you think?
I I would imagine that Paul's going to be at piano for this.
But then he's going to get on guitar, you think, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
And where in the set list does this feature? It's got to be towards the end.
Now, this is I would imagine it's before the encores. He plays this song last, gets off stage, come back for the encores.
Yes. Yeah, it's the last because it's kind of where he's going to slot it in where I've Got a Feeling was with the same thing. And then he'll come back
Maybe,
for the
yeah.
encores.
Or
I
he
could
plays
see
it during the encores. Or he plays it
or
during the
or
encore.
it's an encore.
Or
Maybe
or he opens the encore with it, maybe.
maybe. I could see it being an encore song. I could see it being the closing of the proper set too. I could also
Right.
see him keeping I've Got a Feeling. Why would he swap? Why not keep I've Got a Feeling and add Now and Then?
No, because I mean, no,
No.
don't do you can't. No, I don't think you should do both.
One or the other?
Stick with the one. Yeah, one or the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you had a feeling, no pun intended, that he was
I
going to do Now and Then.
I did.
You know,
I felt it. I
yeah.
felt it in my core
Right.
when the touring was kicking up again, and Ringo and Paul. I said, he's gonna play it. I mean, he's gonna play it, and here we are, almost a year to the release. So then another a month or so change. November. It was another 6 weeks. But yeah, here we are, nearly on a year out from the release, and Paul
Right.
has sound check Now and Then. But I do agree with you, Tom. I think he's going to swap it out for the I've Got a Feeling spot. And where it is, I don't know. You raise a good question, though. I see Paul playing piano first and then leaving it to Wix and then putting on the bass and playing bass. I see him starting on piano at the beginning with the boom,
Right.
and then moving to guitar and bass guitar.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what I see happening.
Our girl Joan is going to let us know on
She'll let
Wednesday,
us know.
like we talked about. Really excited about this. Really happy that he's. Obviously, I'm happy he's still touring. Obviously, a lot of us want him to stop touring and just concentrate on new music. But
Not if he's going to play Now and Then.
if he's going to play Now and Then, and plus he just can't do that. Not in the States. You know what? He can't do that in other countries.
And
then
you mean not play in the
not
States?
Come back, not come back in the States and not, So, yeah.
Good point.
He's coming. He's coming back to the States. He's 2025. He'll be back. He'll be back.
I guess we're going more shows than 2025 then, partner. How about this? How about you come to New... What?
Just buy the ticket, or
Life is short. Buy the tickets.
So buy the ticket. There you go. Life is short.
It's a guitar pick on my mantelpiece in the living room.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Buy the tickets.
If there's a New York area date, you got to come here.
Yeah,
I'll come to you.
sure.
I'll come to Michigan.
I'll tell you what. Let's. I'll tell you what. If he comes to Detroit and New York, let's.
Deal.
We'll go to both.
Deal.
Yeah, let's go to
Done.
both.
Done. I'll come to Michigan. You come to Jersey or New York. Deal. Let's have an on-screen virtual handshake. Done.
Yes.
Unbelievable, man. So yeah, we just wanted to come on, and I mean, it ended up being my 5-year anniversary, but then we got an amazing bombshell from Joan tonight, and we just wanted to record a quick little something to just talk about our appreciation and my appreciation to be here, to be lucky enough
Right.
to have been here for 5 years, and every year gets better and better. And
Well,
I mean,
thank you.
even
Yeah,
look at
thank you.
tonight. Look at tonight. It's my 50th
Yeah.
anniversary, and Paul plays Now
Yep.
and Then for the first time. I mean, come on.
Right. Yeah. I mean, coincidence? I think not. No, I was kidding.
Divine intervention is what I
You're
think it
right,
is.
right. Anyways, but Annie, truly, seriously, thank you for saying yes, for coming on and joining me in this venture, and being ambitious as I am, and wanting to improve the show and wanting to, you know, present it to as many people as we can, and then doing, now we're doing live streams, and we're separately, which is great because I mean we can get to more people maybe that way, and then joining doing fests together,
Oh,
and meeting more people that way. So it really has just been uh, you know, just a pleasure to have somebody, you know, to do this show with that is as passionate as you are,
likewise, brother.
So,
Like musical soulmates.
so cheers.
Cheers.
So cheers.
Cheers, brother. And thank you. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been here without you. So
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, hey,
here we are.
here we
How
are.
about here's to another 5 more or another 20 more?
Yeah.
Or we ain't going
Listen, the
anywhere.
topics the topics are not gonna end anytime soon.
Nope.
So I mean, with the authors and musicians and friends and fans, we're just gonna keep going.
And the books that keep coming out, and we've got at least 2 or 3 more
Right,
McCartney legacy books, so we're not going anywhere.
right.
We're not
Still
going
got a lot to
anywhere.
learn.
We
Still got a lot to
do.
learn. We still got a lot of music that's we're hopefully gonna get. A new album next year. Obviously, we'll spend a lot of time with that, and
Hmm.
hopefully more music in the future as well. So
Indeed. Indeed. So
yeah,
that'll wrap it up for our little
yeah,
5 year anniversary and a little bit of a bonus
yeah,
surprise for the
yes,
newest leg of the Got Back tour and all those fans that are getting a chance to see it in South America.
right.
Enjoy the concerts. The tour kicks off tomorrow,
Yep.
and here we go. Here we go.
Here we
Enjoy
go.
every second. If you're going to the shows, message us. Let us know what you think. If you have a chance to go to any of these shows in October, November, or December, this is it, man. Paul kicking off another leg of the tour, and listen, fans of the run, Joan, enjoy every single second of it. We will be with you guys in
Absolutely.
spirit,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
partner.
Right on,
Here,
brother.
here's to 5 more. I love you.
Here's the 5 more. Love you too. And yeah, let's keep going.
Have a great night, everybody.
So long.